Welcome back. Today, we are taking a deep dive into a company that sits right at the bottleneck of the artificial intelligence revolution. We are talking about Rambus. If you have been in the market for a long time, you might remember Rambus as a company famous for aggressive patent litigation, but I need you to erase that image. Based on our analysis of their financial filings from 2020 through the third quarter of 2025, Rambus has undergone a fundamental transformation. They are no longer just a courtroom fighter. They have become a critical architect of the speed that powers modern AI. Let us begin by looking at the foundation laid between 2020 and 2022. This was a period of strategic pivots. In 2020, Rambus was generating around $245 million in revenue. But the important story wasn't the top-line number, it was the mix. They began aggressively shifting their focus towards silicon IP and chips, rather than just relying on patent royalties. By 2022, revenue had jumped significantly, crossing the $450 million mark. Moving into 2023 and 2024, the narrative shifted to bandwidth and AI as ChatGPT and generative AI took the world by storm. The demand for memory bandwidth exploded. However, when we look at the 2024 10-K, you might notice something confusing. The financials show a disruption. This is because Rambus made a bold strategic move. They sold their PHY IP business to Cadence. This might seem counterintuitive, why sell a business during a boom? But looking closer at the filings, the logic is clear. They wanted to focus entirely on high-value digital IP and memory interface chips. They streamlined the company to be a pure-play leader in memory connectivity. Now, let's focus on the present fiscal year 2025. We have analyzed the 10-Q reports for Q1, Q2, and Q3 of 2025. The results show a company in a transition phase, stabilizing after the sale of the PHY business. In the first 9 months of 2025, the company reported product revenue of approximately $165 million. While there has been some fluctuation due to inventory corrections in the broader semiconductor market, the gross margins remain incredibly healthy. We are seeing product gross margins consistently hovering around the 60% to 63% range. This is the hallmark of a company with strong pricing power and a dominant market position. The third quarter of 2025 specifically highlights the continued demand for their DDR5 memory interface chips. As hyperscalers like Microsoft, Google, and Meta continue to build massive AI clusters, they are buying more server DMS, and every one of those DMS needs Rambus chips. The company is also seeing initial traction with the next generation of server DMS, called MRDMs, which offer even higher speeds. But the real reason to watch Rambus going forward isn't just about what they are selling today. It is about a technology called CXL or Compute Express Link. In their recent filings and calls, management has flagged CXL as a major future growth driver. Think of CXL as a superhighway that allows the CPU to access more memory than ever before. Rambus is positioning itself to be the toll booth on that highway. Financially, the company is solid. As of September 2025, their balance sheet is pristine. They have zero significant debt and a cash pile that allows them to weather any economic storm or make strategic acquisitions. They have been using this cash to buy back stock, returning value to shareholders, which is always a positive sign of management confidence. However, no investment is without risk. The reports also highlight that a significant portion of their revenue is concentrated among a few key customers. The major memory manufacturers like Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. If one of these players shifts market share or changes strategy, it impacts Rambus directly. Also, the semiconductor industry is cyclical. We saw a correction in 2024, and while 2025 shows stabilization, the global economic environment remains a variable. In conclusion, the Rambus of 2025 is a streamlined, product-focused entity. They have successfully shed their old skin and positioned themselves as an essential utility provider for the AI data center. They are the traffic cops of data, ensuring that information flows efficiently between the processor and memory. With the transition to DDR5 ongoing and the CXL revolution just beginning, the long-term thesis remains intact. As always, keep an eye on the product revenue growth in the next few quarters to confirm that the inventory correction is fully behind them.